We just want to thank everyone for giving us this opportunity to explain where we were last month in terms of the Constitutional Convention. One thing that we would like to make clear is that this was the UAW's Constitutional Convention. It wasn't about contract demands, it wasn't about bargaining. This was a convention that discusses the rules by which our organization is governed. Using that as a defining principle is how we moved forward. With that being said, our country has been in existence for over 200 years, and there have only been 27 amendments that have been successfully adopted to the United States Constitution. We use that as our principle when we attended this convention. We treated it as a very, very serious matter, one that we did not take lightly. Leading into the Constitutional Convention, there were resolutions that were submitted. Those resolutions were put together. A committee was formed to view all of those resolutions that were gathered from the membership across our country. That committee met for a period of time before the convention. That committee proposed specific resolutions that were brought to the floor, and those were the amendments that we were voting upon. Brian will be able to go into those amendments, the way the votes went, more specifically.
Thanks, Justin. I'm going to go over a bunch of the resolutions that were submitted and from the committee that we all voted on as we were there. I'm not going to go into great detail on them. Feel free to talk to me or Justin or Rich about any other detail you may need. The first one we ran across was ranked choice voting. That one was basically in the rules that we had to vote on this from the monitor. So ranked choice voting was brought up. It's instead of just having a runoff, you would write a number down by each candidate in order of your favorite, and then there's an instant runoff from there. That was not adopted. The next thing was secret ballot voting for IEB. I'm sure we all know by now you're going to get a ballot in the mail so that you can vote for all the positions that Rich is going to go over for the International Board. The next was a resolution for the election of the trustees. They were nominated at the convention, and then they were also elected by your delegates at the time. Rich will cover who got elected for that. Next one was Article 5, includes higher education now. So we have a new group of people that are included in our Constitution that we represent. The next one was Article 1022, maximum contribution amount per candidate. So each member can only contribute up to $2,000 per candidate per election. Next up was Article 12, Section 21. The IEB will hold up to 2 town hall meetings per year for the membership. And Article 10, Section 21 and Section 2 also created Region 6. It includes Washington State, Oregon, California, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Hawaii, and Alaska. And there were several submitted resolutions brought out of committee and debated while we were there. I'm happy to talk to you about any of those that you may have heard about and dispel any rumors you may have heard about that there were improprieties or anything, because it was all legit. I had heard some people claim they left on the last day and some voting happened because they were told to leave. That's not true. But anyway, any of those rumors you hear on Facebook or whatever, we can dispel or talk about or confirm any of those. If you want to stop by, talk to us, we'll go over any of them more in depth. And that's about all I got. Thank you again, and I'll turn it over to Rich.
The list of nominations for president were Ray Curry, Brian Keller, Jim Cockley, Sean Fain, Mark Gibson, Will Lehman, John Gaden. Nominations for Secretary Treasurer were Margaret Mock, Frank Stuglin, Tom Vivaza. Nominations for Vice President, Sharon Bell, Michael Turner, Chuck Browning, Brian Sape, Tim Bressler, Rich Letourneau, Tony Candela, Brian Price, Rich Boyer, Mike Booth. And nominations for trustee, Dana Davidson, Scott Holderson, Bill Bagwell, John Santora, Emilio Ramirez, Brian McClurick, Roberta Gaynor, Patrick Bradkey. We would like to congratulate Emilio Ramirez as our trustee for the term ending 2030. We would like to congratulate Dana Davidson for her election as trustee, term ending 2034.
We appreciate this opportunity. We would just like to say that to all of our members, this was both an honor and a privilege for us to attend this convention on your behalf. On behalf of Rich, Brian, and myself, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.